is a German paradise. A luscious forest home to the majority of Germany's wines, and the only state to have a wine minister.
Oh yeah, sign me up for that, David. Shut the fuck up! Quiet!
Its history is somewhat of a mishmash, settled by the early Celts, captured by the Romans, annexed by the French, and then established as a new state of West Germany after World War II. It's no surprise then to see the same level of hodgepodge in their natural world, like the Elwetritsch, a beautiful, large, chicken-like creature with antlers and magnificent human-woman breasts. A fitting creature for this wild paradise.
All right, steady on, David Attenborough. Today on Sexy Beasts, we're talking the Elwetritsch bit to play the tune.
You got that sexy beast. You're just so sexy. Are you a Loch Ness monster? Or are you Bigfoot, cryptid, supernatural vampires, banshees, Tony and Jago? Oops, there's a Wendigo. Hey, coming after me. Who the fuck said you could laugh at me, smack with me? With a Bigfoot dick you could slap with me? Blasphemy. You could dare come at me with a Bigfoot dick and a Loch Ness monster pussy. Hey, sexy beast.
Hello there. And welcome to... You say the intro if you can remember it, Jacob.
Hello and welcome to a Sexy Beast. I forgot the name of the show, first of all.
Go on, do it.
No, you go ahead, yeah.
You have this down to... into the menagerie of the unexplained. The goat came in there for a second, but now he's gone. Every podcast is devoted to a specific creature, cryptid or monster. We discuss its history, its merits, and using UV rays.
UV rays. Remember to put sunscreen on.
That's a little Freudian slip for me thinking about skin cancer. Anyway, looking at history, its merits, using our FECS analysis, we rate and review the beast against other creatures in our premier cryptid, and it's getting stacked in there.
Yeah.
And be sure to listen all the way to the end, because closing out the show, we're going to have top trumps, where the monster lineup of Team Jago is cool versus Team Ingrown Pube compete for a shit tattoo. And we may even... What's wrong with me?
I don't know. You seemed okay 10 seconds ago.
Am I dying?
He's dying. Oh no, his tongue's got too fat for his mouth.
Or my head's gotten too big from my tongue and it's really small and it's just whistling around like a little... and we're going to have freak encounters at the end. You've been very generous to send in a spooky story. My name is Tony Cantwell. I'm what people have considered the clit master. And my...
What people?
My wife.
You can't say one. Oh, right, fine.
Well, she didn't say it, but I said, am I the clit master? You have to say yeah. She said yeah. And my co-host... What?
Yeah.
You really cut me out there. And my co-host is always the hilarious, intelligent... Jago, how are you?
I'm good. You're in such a good humour.
I'm in great humour. It's great to see you.
All over it. Yeah. We haven't seen each other in a little while. Went out for a few drinks.
I had a few drinks on Friday. I took a picture with a dog, and the rest, they say, is history.
His herstory.
Jago, I've got a new segment because I thought that the 7 different segments we have in this show wasn't nearly enough for half an hour.
You needed a rounded number.
A nice rounded number. So I've introduced a new thing that I like to call Cryptid News. Hairy man with bizarre gait spotted on Pearse Street in Dublin. The beast man was said to have not been able to wipe his own arse or pronounce TH sounds. But the main story of the day, Yeti footprints. India's army mocked to overclaim. So, Jago, I have a new story here.
What's the turkey sound?
What did you...
What was the turkey?
No, there's no turkey sound.
Oh, okay.
BBC News story, Jago. What do you make of this? Yeti footprints. The Indian army have been mocked over the claim of typical fucking Brits. Let them have it. I haven't even read the story. Fuck off. Do you know how many people they killed and how many genuine Indian genocides? Anyway. So believe them when they talk about the Yeti. The Indian army has claimed to have found footprints of the Yeti, sparking jokes and disbelief on social media. The army tweeted to its nearly 6 million followers on Monday that it discovered mysterious footprints of mythical beast Yeti at the Makalu base in the Himalayas. The Yeti, a giant ape-like creature, often features in South Asian folklore. There's no evidence proving the Yetis exist, but the myth retains a strong appeal in the region. You've seen the footprints, Jago. In fact, we had sorry, I don't remember who it was, emailed them in as well, which is where we got the story, and I'm not giving the proper credit to our Sexy Beasts email account. But reacting to the disbelief on social media, the army said that the evidence about the Yeti had been photographed and handed over to the subject matter experts. What are your thoughts on this, Mark Jago?
I'm into it. Like, if an army, a government body tweets out about this and is like, and it's not on April Fool's Day, or they don't specifically state that it's some sort of like tongue-in-cheek thing.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. It sort of adds credence to it. Maybe
I'm delighted as well that we finally have the military looking into these. We can't be expected to go traipsing through the Congo looking for Mekele Mbembe on our own.
I can imagine a movie scenario where we get brought over to India to investigate as the foremost experts on Yetis.
And they'd be like, do you remember your Yeti episode? And we're like, no, we were fucked. We were out of our bin.
We weren't though.
Well, we were not in a state to be talking to each other, let alone a group of people.
No, that was the Yeti.
That was the Yeti episode.
What episode am I talking to? Oh, Bigfoot. Sorry, yeah.
Bigfoot.
Fuck it, he's a white Yeti. I'm not going to lie. Or he's black or brown Yeti.
Also, I was listening in the last when you trumped me in our top trumps there in the 2 episodes ago. You made a very good point that we gave the Yeti too big of a score because you wanted the podcast to end much quicker, and we gave it a score of 10.
I said, but like at one point, I was actually like asking myself, can I just leave and no one would notice? And then I just realized there's like 60 people in the room, and I was like, oh shit, yeah. I know a few people who are like listen every week, and there's a few people there, and I just remember being like, oh, if I just lay down there on the ground, it'll be fine.
I mean, I physically couldn't speak. I had people come back to me saying I kept clearing my throat, hoping you would fix your voice listening to the episode. But that's what we're talking about today, Mark Jago. We are talking. Also, what do you think of the story about this weird hairy man spotted on Pearse Street?
Oh, I heard
can't wipe his own arse, pronounce THs.
Oh, I heard he's gorgeous and he's sound, and he doesn't deserve this level of slagging that has been thrown around about him.
Yeah, we shouldn't be slagging anyone. Anyway, Jago, we're here to talk about the titty chicken.
Titty chicken, yeah. When I first saw this, I was like, this couldn't be any more German if it tried. Like, it should be the German national flag, on the German national flag.
It should be. I don't like all these eagles and stuff. If you put an eagle on a flag, you've definitely killed loads of people.
Yeah. So like
any kind of bird of prey, you definitely kill loads of people.
Yeah. Where is it? Like, I think it's some African country that has an AK-47 on their national flag.
Jesus.
Yeah, which is like, that's saying, all right, we're going to kill loads of people.
That's like some cool Compton teenagers flag.
But yeah,
can you buy that in Asha?
Probably. You can buy them like a juggalo top.
Oh yeah, that's the dream.
We should do like a special episode on juggalos.
We should.
Like,
people.
Yeah.
The greatest cryptid of all.
Juggalo.
Okay.
Juggalos.
The Elwetritsch bitter.
Elwetritsch. Yeah.
Lumped in with things like the jackalope, but in my opinion, way sexier.
Way sexier. For obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Chicken is gorgeous. All right, I'm at a German house party.
Okay, hang on. You're at a cool German house party.
Cool.
What's the cool German band? Not Rammstein.
Kraftwerk.
Yeah. I'm at a cool German party.
Ha. And so I walk up to a Fraulein or Herr, and I say, Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Wie geht's?
No, we party hard.
And I said,
we straight.
You can't double back on a joke.
No, I did.
Okay. Have you heard about the Elwetritsch?
9.
9 ist die Chicken with the booby. No, it's a large chicken-shaped creature with large stag antlers. I have the word large like 5 times. A long, posable tongue, a prehensile tongue, a big female breasts, and instead of fur, it has scales.
If you take out your cooking, I'm going to beware your noid.
Okay, what did he say there?
It's German. I said if you take it.
Sure. But yeah, so are you interested in seeing my Entelwisch?
Are you calling it the Entelwisch now?
Yeah. I've painted it.
Yeah.
And that's where we fall in love.
And that's when you fall in love, and then you go to what's that cool place? There we go in Berlin, where everyone goes dancing.
Club.
The what?
The Kit Kat Club.
The Kit Kat Club. Is it? That's where all the kids play tennis, is it?
Oh no, that's...
You're not allowed anywhere near it.
Yeah, they don't let me in. I just stare through the railings. No, the Kit Kat Club is that sex club, isn't that? Where there's a big pool and everyone's just riding in the pool.
No. The Kit Kat Club is in...
Kitty Cat Club, sorry. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, the Kitty Kat Club, not the Kit Kat. The Kit Kat Club is a tennis thing I went to when I was 12.
Yeah, that's what that is. Are there sex clubs? And have you been to one?
I haven't, but I've been told stories about this of like you go to them and they're literally just like people's in dog cages and you go to the like free love, whatever. Like they give out loads of condoms, everyone's riding. It's
cool.
It's great time, and no one sort of pays attention to it. You know, everyone's
cool.
sort of in their own business.
I went to see a sex show in Amsterdam, and it was the most clinically disgusting thing I've ever seen.
Oh, you need to describe why.
Like it was kind of like people having sex, and then it was kind of all like. It was just like, this is the certain rhythm of pumps, and then you walk away. You know, it was just very like choreographed, and it may as well have been automatons, which I would have preferred.
Yeah, because there was no sort of emotion before them.
Cool.
So like, what was it like?
iRobots.
There was like curtains that opened, and they was riding in the clothes.
Yeah, and then they came out, and then there was a woman kind of taking more and more things out of things. It wasn't great, and also we went there interrailing one year, and then we saw that, and it was horrible. And then we remembered it was on one end of the red light district, and we're like, right, fuck this, we're going to go on the opposite end of the red light district just because we can't remember where it was.
Yeah.
So let's not do that. So we walked into another sex club, and we took the money. The guy walked us in, and then out the back entrance, and then directly to the exact same sex club. He actually was walking us for about 20 minutes.
Oh, so it was just like all entrances with like little kiosks leading to this one sex club?
Yeah, walked us around.
That's actually pretty funny.
And we spent about $1,000 on sex club dollars, and guess what? They don't accept sex club dollars anywhere.
Except for sex clubs.
Except for sex clubs. But the what did you call it?
Elwetritsch.
Elwetritsch.
We literally just figured out the name. Hold on.
Titty chicken. Elwetritsch.
Elwetritsch. Yeah, it's the titty
chicken.
chicken.
So confident, didn't it?
Yeah, well, that was me.
Elwetritsch. Yeah, get over it.
Elwetritsch. Yeah, so it's a chicken with human breasts, stag horn, scales, and a long prehensile tongue.
I love this long prehensile tongue.
Yeah, that one's a bit may have been added by nowadays scholars to try and sex it up a bit, which I don't think it needs to be sexed up a bit because it is just sex on legs.
I don't think it needs to be sexed up at all. I think what would you think of, like, would you be into eating things that looked like humans? Like, say if there was a thing that looked like an actual breast, but it was like KFC.
Oh, so
would you be into that?
No, I think looks or appeal to me loads to my senses and stuff. So if I see something that looks good, I'll be like, "Oh, I'll eat that." But if something just looked like just a big lopped off someone, I'd be like, "Maybe not."
Yeah, I wouldn't want that.
Maybe if they grew like bananas that look like little humans, and then when you peel them back, there's a little human in bed.
Human in there.
Yeah.
And they're like, and they whimper.
No, they don't whimper. You're making it.
Why is that weird? I'd like if they were to make like hot dog hands, where it's like they do a similar thing with hot dogs, but like it is on bone and it looks like you're eating a human hand. I think I would derive a lot of pleasure from eating that, and I would eat it regularly.
And you would eat it in places that was totally inappropriate, like in a cinema.
I'd probably eat it at home.
Yeah, your wife comes in, Terry. He's like,
have a bottle of wine.
Tony, are you eating those hands again? You have a freezer full of them.
Yeah, slow hands.
So how does this cryptid get formed? If a magical creature such as the gnome or fairy has its way with a normal bird, and then
this is all joke when we talk about it. They actually do it.
They actually do it. Yeah, those goblins are pricks. But anyway,
I'll give them something they can goblin up.
The nuts.
Oh, sorry.
All right, about 10 seconds before we started the show, Tony was like, I'm going to try and leave the smutty humour out of it because I think that some people don't appreciate it. And then you're just...
No, the goblins can gobble up my nuts.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Elwetritsch, Jesus, with the beak. It wouldn't get anywhere near me. I go down on it. It can't go anywhere near down on me.
The eggs, this is I read it on a Tumblr, so I don't know if this is 100% true, but apparently the eggs of the Elwetritsch will grow in size or get smaller in size depending on how happy someone is beside them. So if someone's really happy, they're really large eggs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I had some pretty big eggs, surprisingly large eggs from an egg box there, and they were medium. So it must mean I'm in a great mood.
Oh, there you go. So you've made your eggs bigger.
I made my eggs bigger. There was this Tumblr comment followed up by another comment of like a Sabrina gif or something like that.
No, there was a very sexual picture of this dental fish.
Really?
Yeah, but it was just...
Send that to me later.
Yeah, well, it was literally just like a furry picture of a woman with like glistening for some reason, and then like she had a beak instead of a lips, which is kind of creepy.
Isn't it mad what DeviantArt can make?
Yeah,
like conjure up the weirdest, sexiest things. And actually, Aisling, our phenomenal artist, made a very good point of the sexy chicken with the cleavage from Robin Hood.
Robin Hood, yeah. I actually sent that. I was like, oh my god, I remember watching that and just like. I know it was a 2D thing you're watching, but I still tried to stand up and look down her top on the TV.
The chicken?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Have you not done that when you were younger? You're just like,
yeah, I did,
maybe if I look at a different angle at this TV, I'll see a bit of tit or arse.
I used to play Tomb Raider upside down, lying on the floor. I was staring up at the thing.
The amount of time I spent trying to... I heard a rumour that if you jump and you reach the chandelier above her pool, all her clothes falls off when she falls into the pool.
The things to try and see tits.
And we couldn't even Google it because we didn't have Google at the time, so we literally just word of mouth.
I remember there was an action replay code. I think I might have even said this on the podcast before, but there's an action replay code to, and it wasn't even just to, action replay code. You might get like unlimited, ammo or something like that, but you could very seldom actually change, like reskin these models. But there was this code that was genuinely 8 A4 pages long. And the type was like size 10. And if you typed it in, it made Lara Croft blonde and totally in the nip. And I remember putting in this code, and it must have taken about 4 hours to get this code right. And it wasn't worth it at the time.
And then when she was blonde, she was like, whoa.
Yeah.
And then you see the nip, which was the most pixelated boobie.
And it was just all the same colour. There was no texture to it at all.
Still came.
Absolutely.
So we've had a bit of a history discussion on it now. We're going to move on to our next segment, which Tony, I believe is fighting. Fucking segue, man.
Great segue. Also, I like you taking the lead. No one puts baby in the corner. Lift me up above your head. Patrick Swayze.
That's what... Yep.
Yeah. Can it fight, Mark Jago? Look, before you say no, I'm going to say...
Why'd you ask me and then just jump in?
Because you were going to say no.
My lips might say no, but my eyes
your
were saying...
Your beak and... What's it called? Tongue? What's the
teeth? Prehensile. So it can be...
Prehensile tongue?
So I can pick... Do you know... Jago's fun fact of the week.
Oh, shit, I don't have a jingle for that yet.
Dolphins have prehensile penises, so they've been known to pick up crabs with them and crush them.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What a way
Second
to go.
part about crushing is probably fake, but picking them up, yeah. Anyway.
Before you say that it can't fight, I think it can. Can I tell you the story, Mark Jago, of the man who was killed by a chicken?
You are about to.
I do. And I do. And think of how many times you wrote the word large on that. This is a chicken, a standard sized chicken. Now, this is by the Register. Man stabbed to death by chicken. A California man was reportedly suffered a gruesome demise after an accident involving a metal-enhanced cock. Jose Luis Ochoa was a spectator at a cockfight who had previously been fined for owning and training an animal for fighting. Died after being stabbed in the leg in Tulare County. According to a member of the local sheriff's department, Ochoa and other men fled when the police arrived at the scene of the cockfight. I have never seen this type of incident, said Sergeant Martin King. Ochoa had been stabbed in the right calf by the knife attached to the leg of one of the roosters. And he was declared dead in hospital 2 hours after sustaining the injury. And then he was fined 370 quid.
After he died?
Yeah.
That's the funniest part. Yeah, so that's what they do for cockfighting. They put a little blade. Like
metal-enhanced cock.
Yeah, and for cockfighting they put a little razor blade on the back of... but, Jesus, that must have been bad fucking luck for him getting right in the femoral artery, I think.
Or some might say karma.
Karma?
Actually, do you know what? It's not karma. Chicken's a fucking chicken. Chicken's dumb. He doesn't deserve to kill a human, no matter what the human did.
They still shouldn't be fighting each other.
No, but I wouldn't call it karma.
Yeah, but you can't. You don't
people say that, you know.
You can't be like saying, "Oh, fucking, I hate cockfighting," and then go to KFC and have like about 9 chickens. And it's a bit hypocritical, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, one is for a need, one is for the kind of sickening lust of seeing a chicken with knives on his feet.
Yeah, so we'll run through like what the Elwetritsch. We're butchering the name every time.
You've said it different every time.
And I don't care.
The titty chicken.
We're just going to call it the titty chicken.
Titty chicken.
Ashlyn put that down as the titty chicken. So speed. Apparently, it's very fast.
Okay, chickens are quite fast. Ever try to catch one?
I haven't. I have wrung a chicken's neck once, though.
Jesus.
Yeah, very easy.
Really?
Yeah, like disgustingly
easy. Do you
easy.
like whip it like a pair of jeans?
No, what you do is you twist and then you pull hard like you're pulling a Christmas cracker. Yeah, that would kind of...
Do you think you could physically tear a man's head off with your hands without any weapons?
If I was given long enough, probably. So but then I'd have to. I'd stand on his shoulders, and then if is he fighting back?
No, he's dead.
Okay.
And rigor mortis.
This is kind of gross, Tony. But I could.
I don't think he could.
Hands in jaw, hands in mouth.
Sometimes I can't pull. You know when you have like there's like a screw that's left in like an office chair and you're trying to get it out. I can't pull that off. Yeah, but I pull a fucking neck.
You need a good grip though.
And then tearing skin is too much going for it. And sinewy strength, I don't think it's possible.
I heard this thing. It might be
rumor.
It might be absolute bullshit, right?
Yeah.
But our bites are strong enough to bite through human like fingers and thumbs pretty easy, like they're baby carrots. But our brain has engaged some sort of like stop thing, so we wouldn't do it. So you can bite down hard, and our brain won't let us bite through it.
I wonder if people can do that themselves.
Yeah.
Hey, your man cut off his arm in 127 hours. So
yeah.
It can happen.
Anyway,
more things the Elwetritsch can do.
Large distracting breasts.
Yes, that's what I wrote down.
So like
it's lovely tits, and I wouldn't be able to fight it with gorgeous tits.
Okay, I wouldn't. It does give a bit of credence. You'd be like, oh, I can't throw a dig at this.
Beak.
Beak, large beak. But some mine. That's the only thing I have for pluses. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. I have. you were saying that like you were about to lead in. Has this, and that's all I have from anyone else. It has antlers as well.
Yeah.
No, the sex appeal is going to be very difficult to fight with. Okay, well, look, this is how you could beat it, okay? Imagining it was just a chicken, I looked up on Quora to see how you would fight a chicken, and it said, if you decide to fight a chicken, you need to take definitive action. And by that, I mean hit the thing as hard as you can. Don't do what most people would do and swat at it while ducking and waving your arms. A goose can cause serious injuries if you fight that way. But as someone else said, a swift kick can disable most birds immediately, and at the very least, make them think twice about continuing an attack.
There is the fact that it has a bit more protection than a normal bird because it has scales rather than feathers.
Shit.
Which are, as we all know, scales are like the prehistoric form.
How do you evolve from scales to feathers? Well, I can understand you can fly. That's the benefit. But also, apparently catching one is quite easy, even though they've never been caught. But the thing similar to looking snipe hunting or whatever it's called, going sniping. Here, snipe. You might remember from the film Up. You go out in a hunting party, and that consists of a fanger, which is a catcher, equipped with a big potato sack and a lantern, and then the triber, who are the beaters, who go. And apparently you make you either clap or make the sound treesh treesh. You have to say treesh treesh and make violent blows against forest trees. And the Elwetritsch can be captured into a bag. And to protect ourselves from attacks, apparently hunters must first drink a lot of alcohol.
Oh, because as we all know, the Elwetritsch is afraid of alcohol.
Do
you know? Have you seen the video?
Scared of us.
Have you ever seen the video of? Well, there's numerous videos. You can hypnotize a chicken. So if you get a chicken and hold its head on the ground, and then rub your finger in a straight line in front of it, it will stare at that point. And then when you can let go of the chicken's neck and let go of stop rubbing the ground, and it will constantly stare at that point. And it'll stare for a couple of minutes.
Jesus.
Yeah, same things happens with lobsters, surprisingly. If you put a lobster like on its back and rub on the ground, it will stay that way and it won't move at all. Like,
that's why they're so easy to catch.
Delicious.
And so easy to eat.
Now, the things against this is another delicious, beautiful segue. So apparently they are delicious to eat. They're the best of all the fowls to eat, and they used to be enjoyed deliciously. I will taste delicious. What's that from?
from the.
Do you wish to live deliciously? Live deliciously.
Black Phillip.
Black Phillip, yep.
Do you wish to live deliciously?
Deliciously and easy to catch, and also trust humans.
You idiots!
You never trust a human.
Don't you know that we are the most dangerous cryptid of all?
That's at the very end episode. The last episode we're going to do is just going to be humans.
It will.
Yeah, and then we just jump out, like jump off a building singing, "There goes my hero."
What do you mean? I give it a fighting of 6, surprisingly.
Fighting a 6 for Elwetritsch.
I was giving it a 4, but then I thought, girl, them titties.
Girl, them titties. But 5. Oh yeah.
This would have a better chance against a man, in my opinion, and a man is 5. So fighting is 6.
Even if it's like you don't fancy it that much, like imagine like a chicken with big tits running at you, you'd find it hilarious, and you'd be like, "Ha!" And then it will attack you.
Probably cut myself to death.
Yeah, that's what sex appeal is.
We'll get to that one. We might just skip over sex appeal.
Yeah, because we know what's going to be said. Yeah, so I gave it a 3. That's what we're going to do here. This is the first time in a while we've actually had a difference in the
Will you meet me halfway?
5?
Yeah.
So it's a human. It's the fighting ability of a human.
It's as good as a human.
Okay.
Excellent. Give it a 5. Now, we know that it is a big sexy chicken. We know it 100% can fight as good as a human, but is it even alive, this thing?
But what is the evidence, sir? I'm just writing something down.
You fucking... not great, Mark Jago.
Not looking good for our friend, the
a
titty
lot
chicken.
of evidence that it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So
it starts popping up in ancient...
Chicken popcorn.
Chicken popcorn.
Oh,
Do you remember chicken popcorn
Chicken
rolls?
popcorn roll there, please. And chicken popcorn
That's
roll.
all I lived on in secondary school. But anyway, they're always... there's lots...
Sorry, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Are you doing Stone Cold? Just coming to the room?
I heard you talking about the titty chicken. We're not hosting an intergalactic kegger.
So there's numerous sort of sightings and descriptions of it back in ancient West Germany, and then sort of as it comes into it was sort of lost to the annals of time, and around 1600 it popped up again. It was like reintroduced to the German culture by lords and ladies of the manor, as sort of like a jest. And this is where you were saying the snipe hunting or the Elwetritsch hunting came back into fashion. Like
you'll go out and have a little fun game.
Yeah, it used to be like a little drunken game that they used, like, let's drink loads. And so snipe hunting is, if people who don't know, they'll choose one person who doesn't know what a snipe is, and they'll bring him out in the middle of a forest, and they'll say, yeah, we're going to search for it. So you have to stand there, shout as loud as you can, and the other people just go back home and leave the person there in the forest shouting.
Hilarious. Early stag games.
Yeah, do you ever do that in a job? You get a job and they're like, oh, can you go up and check?
Can you get a skyhook?
Is there a long stand?
Get a long stand.
Or striped paint.
Striped paint,
you try and catch that bucket of steam over there.
Yeah, the bucket of steam, that's classic.
Yeah, or just don't tell your dad about this. And
and the glass hammer. Yeah, not a lot of evidence. A lot of evidence that it may not exist, in a similar way to the jackalope, believing that it's a big chicken stuffed to be bigger, given horns, and I don't know how they made the tits.
And why? If you came up with a cryptid right now and you had to make one up, you'd definitely just put tits on it everywhere.
Well, yeah, I would, 100%.
It would just look like a pine cone made of tits.
It'd be a leopard, and its arms would be cocks, and it would have tits.
We talked about this before, didn't we? Like, you've drawn this for me on a night out. Here, no, seriously, man. Look at this.
Seriously, look at that.
Now, so I looked into this. There's been an uptick in sightings of the Elwetritsch, but not where you think it would be.
What?
In Pennsylvania, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Because there's a huge Amish community there.
Interesting.
And apparently it's been uptick there. And when they're on Rumspringer, they described seeing this creature.
I love the whole Rumspringer thing.
Yeah, it's a year to do whatever the fuck you want and then come back.
And I bet they don't live up. I bet they don't do half the shit we do, man.
Yeah, man, playing My Chemical Romance in our rooms.
I do find it insane when there's like, just because of how strong, say, German Like it'd be like Brock Lesnar and stuff like that. I don't know if he's like Nordic or if he's German or like Minnesota and the kind of German.
Yeah.
Like watching the whole Making a Murder, being like, you're all Germans. You're just German. You're a bunch of German people. You're a bunch of Bavarians. You know, and I just find it insane that people have any kind of idea on this kind of strict immigration when you're like you're not what's an American.
That's like the thing. We're going to get political here now, but like America's a relatively new country. Like what 200 years, bicentennial was pretty soon or a while ago, whatever. But that's the thing, because they're such a new country, they don't have any cultural identity. So what they try and do is cling on to what they have. So that's why we get a lot of Irish Americans saying that, and like. But the thing is that if they'll just be like grab onto whatever they can. So that's why a lot of people, I think, clung onto. They want to be a winner. They want to cling onto a winner. So that's why, obviously, Donald Trump.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's my political side of things. But anyway, back to this. 100% what it is they saw a chicken and it has the show papillon virus,
the Pamplona
which causes
virus.
Causes tumors to appear, which same thing as jackalope has.
Grows of what's it called?
Keratin. Yeah.
Of your nails and your.
And it makes you. It can grow. Hair. It can actually grow your teeth long like fangs. I can also grow.
Blue.
So blue. I want to suck your chicken titties.
I give this an evidence of 4.
Evidence of 4. I actually have a 4 as well.
Excellent news, Mark Jago.
So look, 5 is the standard. So 5 is a human existing.
No. Evidence of human. We know it exists. Evidence 10.
Oh, I get you now.
Human is just as confined as.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, is it cool?
Cool, baby.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of Germany, it's very, very popular in Germany. Many monuments. There's 6 different monuments for this place in a place called Dahn in Germany. It's used. There's like fountains of this thing all over Germany. There's a local brewery that uses the Elwetritsch as its mascot.
Ooh.
It's as popular in Germany as the jackalope, if not, it's more popular than the jackalope is in the States.
Yeah, it's like even in the States, there's like a drinking team, and there's societies. A society in 1984 that was formed to try and find the Entelfish in Germany, and it's still ongoing. But now, instead of like hunting parties like the snipe parties, they just have like keggers, and they're like, "Oh, if we drink enough, the Entelfish will come to us."
That sounds like a fucking great night. Going out, and you know this now, Jake. I'm always chasing hanging out with the lads. I just want to have some. I believe as we get older, we all just want to go back to the shed with cans with the lads. Or the ladies, or whoever you do.
I think lads is a non-gender.
Lads is now become a non-gender. Like, hey guys, what do you think of this? But I want to go out to the woods. I want to get pissed. I want to catch a big chicken with tits, and then we eat it.
Yeah,
that sounds like my perfect. I mean, it's a shame we already had my stag because this would be perfect.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think of what I'd do for your stag. Like, would you get like a chicken and get one of those fake plastic from a. Like a joke shop, those fake plastic tits that you put around your top and just chase it around the room.
No, what we do is we go out. We keep it simple. We go out. We drink a couple of beers. We vape a little bit. Then we eat a rotisserie chicken with some fake tits on it.
Yeah, I'm into that. Or we get like a fake tit cake.
Fake tit cake. I mean, come on.
Or we like mold some pate into fake tits.
Well, hey, I'm 32 in October, so let's.
Oktoberfest, very German.
Oktoberfest. Oh shit. No, could I go? No, I probably can't go.
To Germany?
I'd love to go to Oktoberfest.
In Germany, yeah, apparently it's just like drinking and you need to wear your lederhosen. I think it is cool. Like, if you just described this to me, I'm like, that's cool. It is a bit, loads of lads definitely came up with this in a room having a gas crack, but isn't that most cryptids? Yeah.
I could see this being something that, yeah, you're right. A lot of people came up with it in a room. Bet they had the biggest crack ever. And I bet one person laughed themselves to death. Did you ever hear the story of that guy? I don't know what philosopher it was, but he was pissed.
He watched a donkey eat fermented figs and he laughed so hard he had a corny.
I love that. Yeah. Donkey trying to climb a tree to eat figs, and he was so pissed that he laughed himself to death. Probably something else happened. He had a heart attack at the same time, but the story's a story.
His wife killed him.
His wife shot him in the head.
So loud.
Cool of 6 for me.
Cool of 6. I don't have a score for that, so I'm going to take 6.
Yay! Look at this. Think about how we started.
It's so aggressive to do.
Yeah, we were fighting all the time. And now we're like, yeah, fine, yeah.
Now, we've talked a bit about it, but let's go on to Chaklapai.
Chicken and titties, I can have a bitty. These are the two of my favorite things. Of course, this is cool or sexy.
Oh no, we have to go back and change the score.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll give you a bit of a background on Tony Cantwell, our infamous host here. Tony actually used to live in London, and as we all know, London is the capital of fried chicken shops. And he actually had a bit of a problem with fried chicken shops, didn't he?
I did have a problem. I was eating at one point. I was eating fried chicken for dinner 5 days a week,
which
taking a break from that because I couldn't afford that to eat oven pizzas.
Oh, the healthy diet, Irish fit fam. I was surprised enough.
And you know what? I felt like shit, but I felt consistently like shit ever since I've not been eating that well. I have getting older as well, maybe about 4 years, but ever since I can kind of feel when I don't feel well. I could never feel when I didn't feel well.
Because you were constantly shit.
Felt constantly shit.
Yeah, so you were like, oh, this is just a normal.
Yeah, but I never felt
chicken
bad.
hangover.
Yeah.
What's the most amount of chicken you've eaten in one day?
Oh man, I remember one time there was 20 frozen chicken fillets on sale in Tesco. I cooked them all and I ate them all
in one day,
in a sitting.
Oh, Tony, how was your stools after that?
I don't remember. It was all the same. You can imagine.
The most disgusting thing I ever ate once I bought like this big, huge bag, which I thought was a multi-pack of Ranchero crisps, and it turns out it was just one bag. And I was like, oh, I've opened it now. I might as well eat the whole lot of them. And I swear to God, I never felt as bad. Just my stomach was just constantly churning. Oh, actually, no, that's a lie. My worst one was when I was younger. I was dared by a mate to drink some salt, and I drank not one of those big containers, but like a table thing of salt.
Oh God!
Like salt shaker,
small salt shaker.
And I started getting pains in my stomach, obviously.
Jesus.
And back in the old days, I used to keep, like a little seed or a little pea, a dry pea in it to keep it dry, like desiccated sea. And I thought that the pea was growing in my belly. I was only about like 11 or 12 at this time. So I went into my ma. I was like, "Ma, I ate like a dry pea and I feel really sick." And she's like, "Yeah, that's grand." And then my friend was like, "Oh, and a salt cellar of salt." And she's like, "Jesus Christ!" And like, I think my ma just poured loads of water down my throat because she didn't know what to fucking do about it.
I also remember we were 16 and everyone queued up for the deli and got themselves a roll. You got a block of cheese and started just eating the block of cheese. You took bites out of the block of cheese.
Yeah, it was nice. I just wanted some cheese.
I know.
You were so pissed off at me about that. You were like,
I was jealous.
Oh, right.
Of course I was jealous.
You were like making fun of. I remember you making fun of me. Like, he's fucking eating a block of cheese.
I would of course say it to your face or Joey because I wanted to impress him.
Yeah, you're saying it to Joey.
Maybe.
All right.
Anyway, Sex Appeal of 9 because it's a chicken with tits.
Yeah, which sort of gives me a bit of idea if you lose the tattoo.
Oh please.
No. I have 2 ideas in my head and they're pretty fucking funny. I laughed myself to sleep one night about it.
Well, Mark Jago, can you please, I'm going to get the chest opening sound and I'm going to bring that up there. Jordan always says that. That's what mams always say in the internet. Bring that up. Bring up that photo. Bring up I downloaded it from the phone to the thing.
My mum for a little period in her life put ma'am at the start and end of text like it was some sort of telegram. It's like, "Ma'am, what would you like for dinner?" Ma'am.
Mark Jago, can you please give me the scores?
Okay, hit that music.
Yeah.
Copyrighted music.
Yeah.
5, fighting 5, evidence 4, cool 6, sexy 9.
Total score of
24.
24. Not great.
Yeah, 24.
It's not great, guys. It puts the Elwetritsch with his German brethren, the Tatzelwurm, in joint 34th place.
That sounds like the biggest comedy duo that Germany's ever heard. Oh, it's the Tatzelwurm and the Elwetritsch.
It's ahead of the Loveland Frog and the Selkie, though.
Imagine I went to the shops, but I didn't have a bag.
Imagine I went to the shops.
That's my German accent.
It doesn't sound German. Where is the diamond? I'm a German. It is, ahead of the Loveland Frog, the Selkie, the Jersey Devil, and the Tokolosh. So who gets to win this bad boy? The true bad boy of German cryptids.
Have you got your cards?
I do.
All right, shuffle them. Because we're about to play Top Trump.
Ow! Stop it!
Team in the theater screams at the part of the show that we call Top Trump.
So this is the part of the show that we call Top Trumps. As a reminder, we have Team Jago is, what was it?
Cool.
Jago is cool versus Team Ingrid Pube, which was
Brilliant.
play on Intrid Cold there. Mark Jago, the current scores are 7 to you and 2 to me, with 12 cryptids remaining. And keeping in mind, I cheated loads.
And he's still lost so many times.
I didn't know it was cheating.
If it was, we were very close, I would have went back and we would have had to fucking do like a mini episode of just doing it. But the fact of the matter is that I'm smashing you like a little bug you are.
Okay, come on now.
A little
Bridget, fuck's sake! Right, come on. What's it going to be?
I think you've got this one, Tony. A bunyip, and I choose. I can only choose fighting of 4.
Are you joking me?
What?
Are you joking me?
But no, was it?
I had a fucking man-eating tree fighting a 2.
What were the rest? What the rest of them?
Fucking evidence of 5, cool of 6, and sex appeal of 3.
Oh my god! Anything would have beaten me except
Oh
fighting.
my god!
Hey, that's love got to do. It's what's love.
I know. Got love, got to do with it. Well, fucking hell, that was my time, and I had some fucking great boys coming up. Lost again.
So that leaves the score as 8-2.
With 8-2, with 11 cryptids to go.
So now,
I need to win every one.
Team Jago is cool, still stands. And now Tony. No, but you do love chicken titties. I was going to say Tony loves chicken titties. Yeah, Team Tony loves chicken titties.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'll take that. I do love chicken titties. And I might even play my famous single Chicken Titties on the way this episode.
Yeah, you had your own song about that.
I did. Jago, I believe we have a freaking counter this week, do we?
We certainly do. We have one that comes in from... Jamie, cut this out while I open my phone.
No, it's fine. Do you know what? While you're looking on the phone, we can play the theme for Freak Encounters. Freak Encounters. Oh, brilliant. So someone has very generously sent in a freak encounter this week.
Yeah, this comes in from John, aka Craft Crusader.
Hey,
if you want to check out his
Crusader.
If you want to check out his Instagram at Craft Crusader, he goes around Dublin trying loads of beers. It's actually pretty interesting. I've tried a few beers that he's recommended.
Oh, great stuff,
Sam
Joe.
had.
Cheers, brother.
And he sent one in to us, so here we go.
Here we go. Hi, lads. Love the podcast. Only started listening last week, and I've spent the week listening to all the episodes. Cheers, John. Here we go. Myself and the girlfriend had moved in together, and every night at the same time we'd hear loads of cats fighting in our back garden. We didn't think too much of it, as there's tons of cats in the area. But one night I was up late, and I heard the cats all screaming and hiss, so I wanted to see and look if it was in my garden that they were fighting. I opened my back door, and as I stepped out, the air was like ice. I looked around the side of my house and was frozen with fear. Floating in midair was the body of a man. All around him were these cats. And as I stepped back, the man's face shot up at me, and so did the cats.
I ran back to my house, shutting the door. Every night still at the same time, we hear the cats hissing. Meow!
Keep up the great work. All the best, John. John, thank you very much, brother. Really appreciate you taking the time to send that in. What was it? Cat man?
I'm a cat man. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.
Meow, 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 meow.
Do you ever...
Meow, 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 meow.
Meow, 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 meow. Do you hear that follow-up to that, Scatman's World?
No, oh yeah, it wasn't
You're
great.
living in a Scatman's world. Meow, meow, meow. That was meowing. Anyway.
Jago, do you have a proverb?
I do. Tony, we'll talk to you next week.
Sure.
And here's tonight's proverb. Ancient Bavarian. Baldrif hilta nick still. Early to ripe, early to rotten.
Oh.
I would, I suppose, have a bit of a reputation of being a chicken nasty dancing man. But I'm making no apologies for that. People might look at me, they might point fingers and might say, wow, isn't he a little dirty slut boy with his little box of chicken? But I still let him watch and let him listen to this. Oh my god, this chicken is so delicious. Injected to my veins, OD like Sid Vicious. Cause I don't need to be witty. Just pop a box in my lap and watch me bob my hand for chicken titties. Chicken titties equals breasts. And my mouth is like a fanny, yeah, the smell is gonna make it wet. It's like a fanny with plump juicy lips. And I'm licking all the grease from your fingertips. Cause I don't know whose titties I prefer. Those fried chicken breasts or those double D's on her. I can tell, just give me a taste and demolish it. Not a single bit go to waste, I gotta fucking buy it by a full ton. It's just my luck, I bought a bucket of the wrong one. I want it spicy, but damn you look sexy. When did you get so greasy, girl? How you gonna fill me up? Let me grill you up, I gotta throw you up because my chicken bill is filling up. Jerk chicken makes me jerk my dick, and chicken Kiev gets me get up. And Lee Evans. All this chicken talk has got me sweating up like Lee Evans. Lee Evans sweating, fanny lips are wet, and chicken goujons with no bones illusions. I ain't paying for processed illusions, that shit ain't the bird. In case you haven't heard, I got my Dixie, my PFC, and when it comes to cheap chicken, it's all good to me. And even though I love gravy, I gotta thank the Lord for the sauce that you gave me. I can't complain. Hey, go ask my mother, and with that crispy chicken, I might be your lover. Woo! A tick-tock, you don't stop. To the chicken shop, you don't quit, biatch. He's a chicken nasty dancing man. 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 He's a chicken nasty dancing man.
That has been the Podstaff had.
This has been a production of the Headstuff Podcast Network.